Hello, Gene Schwimmer here. Welcome to today's vlog. Before we get to today's subject, actually I guess you could call it a double subject today because I'm going to spend a little bit of time on the first subject, and then I have another subject that will actually be shorter than the not main subject. I just want to share some polls with you, starting out with Rasmussen. Here's the headline. Rasmussen reports Pennsylvania is a dead heat. African American voters increasingly undecided on Biden. A new poll from Monmouth University shows that Pennsylvania has moved within the margin of error, with Joe Biden now leading President Trump by only 3 points, 49 to 46. It comes just after Rasmussen reports shows Pennsylvania as dead even, 46-46. Monmouth is reporting two numbers. Biden leads by 4 among all voters and by between 1 and 3 among likely voters. 6 weeks ago, Biden led Trump by 13%. 53% to 40% among registered voters. So you can see that the race is tightening. It's especially important in Pennsylvania because I think it's safe to say, in my opinion, that if Trump carries Pennsylvania, he's won re-election because Pennsylvania has 20 electoral votes. I occasionally go to a website called 270 to win, 270-2TOWIN, win, 270towin.com, 270 being the number of electoral votes a candidate needs to be elected president. You go to that site. On the very first page, there's an interactive map where you can work out various scenarios by clicking on different states to change it from red to blue or to a neutral color, meaning in play and no clear winner. So you can work out your own strategies, your own formulas for one candidate or the other winning. I've worked through several, and every one I've worked through shows Trump winning if he carries Pennsylvania. I have even made some that show Trump winning without Pennsylvania, but it's very, very likely he'll win if he carries Pennsylvania. Which brings me to my next little polling item I want to show you. This is from Nate Silver. He looks at various polls. That's basically what he does, and then he uses them to calculate the odds of some political event happening. Here is the one that I just saw today. Chance of a Biden electoral college win, and that's the one that matters. The popular vote doesn't matter as far as determining the winner. It's the electoral college. So chance of a Biden electoral college win if he wins the popular vote by X points. If Biden wins the popular vote by just 1 point or it's a break-even tie, he has only 6% chance of winning in the Electoral College. If it's 1 to 2 points, Biden lead, then he has a 22% chance, 2 to 3 points, 46%, 3 to 4 points, 74%. So the odds go up, the bigger the margin. Now, I'm not sure about 3 points because he has 1, 2 to 3 points and then 3 to 4, so 3 twice. So I don't know if it's exactly 3, how that works out. 4 to 5 points, 89%. 5 to 6, 98. 6 to 7 points, 99%. So Nate writes, you'll sometimes see people say stuff like, quote, Biden must win the popular vote by 3 points or he's toast, unquote. Not true. At 2 to 3 points, the Electoral College is a toss-up, not necessarily a Trump win. On the other hand, the Electoral College is not really, quote, safe, unquote, for Biden unless he wins by 5% or more. So Biden has to be leading Trump in the popular vote by 5 points or more if he wants to win in the Electoral College, or for the odds to be heavily in his favor. Nate is not always right. In fact, I believe he was wrong in 2016. He is not always right, but then he doesn't predict outcomes. That's the important thing to remember whenever somebody says candidate so-and-so has an 80% of winning. All that means is that if you run the identical election, 5 times or whatever, that the candidate with the 80% odds will win 4 of those, and the other candidate will win 1. So you don't know which scenario is going to play out. It could be, the odds are that it'll be the 4 out of 5, but it could be the 1 out of 5. That's all he says. He makes predictions, but he doesn't really make predictions. Again, as I just said, he just gives odds. So the odds can heavily favor a particular candidate, but that is not a guarantee that that candidate will win, because there is always a chance, however small, unless the chance is 100% for a particular candidate, there is always a chance, however small, that a particular candidate will defy the odds and win. Now, I want to get back to, we've been talking about Joe Biden. Here is something interesting. Now, the headline I'm going to give you, this story was posted before Joe Biden met with the father of Jacob Blake. Jacob Blake Sr., in other words. So it's Jacob Blake's father. Jacob Blake, of course, is the black man who was shot by the police in Kenosha. Biden visited his father, but here's his headline: Jacob Blake's father revealed to be anti-Semitic. Biden still scheduled to meet with him. And he did meet with him. As I'm recording this, the meeting was over. I wonder if he knew that Jacob Blake's father is a vicious anti-Semite. Here is a small sampling of some of Jacob Blake Sr.'s anti-Semitic postings. I linked to the article from which I got this information. You can go to the article and you can see additional examples, and of course read the whole article. I try to link to every article that I cite. If I cite an article, I link to it so that you can read the whole article if you want to, because I'm time limited in a vlog. I'm not going to read a whole article, but you can go read the whole article. Also, if you're one of these people who believe trust but verify, you can verify by going to the article, and then these articles usually contain links to other articles, so you can get the backup for whatever I say on these vlogs. Anytime I cite an article or a statistic or I quote somebody, you can always go to the original source to verify it for yourself. Now, as I said, the meeting has happened. Biden met with Jacob Blake Sr. I don't know whether he knew at the time about Jacob Blake's Jew hatred, but sooner or later, I would hope someone would tell him, and then we would have to, well, that's a question for the press to ask him when he decides on these rare occasions to take questions. Somebody should ask him, did you know when you met Jacob Blake's father that he was an anti-Semite? Did you know that? And if Biden says yes, then why did you meet with him? And if he says no, well, now you know. So now that you know, do you have anything to say? Do you regret having met Jacob Blake's father? I am not holding my breath for a response from Joe Biden, but be fair, give the guy a chance. We'll see what happens. Now, for the second subject for today, second main subject, I'm just going to show you a video to illustrate something that I have been saying for a while about Black Lives Matter, that they don't really care about black lives. That's what I think, but if you want to be charitable, one could say that they are very selective about which black lives they care about. That's what this clip is going to show, so watch the clip.
You know you're black as right? Like, you're about 3 shades darker than me, so that means they don't give a about your black when you step outside that uniform?
That's why you're in front, so in case we throw anything, you're
I wonder if you noticed in that video something I noticed. Now, to be fair, there were no shots of the people, the Black Lives Matter people, harassing this black police officer. I have seen this in numerous occasions, though, where you can see who the questioners or the harassers are. It's pretty clear to me, and somebody can correct me. That's what the comments section is for. One of the things that it's for, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that the woman screaming at the cop through the bullhorn is black. I am also sure that, which you would expect from Black Lives Matter, but there's another woman screaming at the cop, not through a bullhorn. She sounds to me like a young white woman. Not only that, but a very entitled white woman. She doesn't sound like she's, maybe upper middle class or something. I have a feeling that her parents are paying for her college wherever she's going, if she is even going to college. But this is a phenomenon I have seen all the time, that the majority of these Black Lives Matter demonstrators are actually black. But more important, refining that even farther, I've seen several examples of white people, almost always women for some reason. I don't know why. A woman could explain it to me maybe. Again, that's what the comment section is for. But these white people, these young white activists, lecturing black people about race. It is so silly, and I think that is one reason. Well, it's not just silly, it's condescending, and it's insulting, and it's patronizing. I am sure that that is one factor in the movement that I see, that I've talked about in past vlogs, of black people away from the Democratic Party and towards Trump, because they are sick of this. They are sick of being patronized. But one thing I never get sick of is, in fact, I feel better every time it happens, is if you could give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Share with anybody you think would also like the video. Got any comments? You can put them in the comment section that I've mentioned, I think, twice already. But I can mention it a third time. If you have comments, you can put them in because it's my vlog, right? So you can put comments in the comments section below the video, as well as questions, suggestions for future topics. I would really love to get more subscribers. That would really be fantastic. But most of all, whether you give me a thumbs up, whether you subscribe, I would love to see all of you again. I look forward to seeing all of you again. And until I do see all of you again, bye.